Welcome to a brand new episode of Sports Brillrants. As always, I am your host, the guy on the couch. Mentally, physically, and emotionally preparing for yet another Cuse win. Gonna go see it in person this time as they look to tie a Syracuse record starting off season 19 and 0. Providence played us pretty tough last time, so expecting it to be a quality game. Speaking of quality, let's talk more about how the Mighty Cuse has been playing. Ferociously. Oh my god, we're so much better than everybody else. It's ridiculous. If we don't win a championship this year, it will be a tragedy. A tragedy. We are that much. I mean, like, seriously, like the five guys, if you took the five guys, they come off the bench and like made like them into the starting five of like another team or something like that in the Big East. Like you made them the starting five of like Rutgers or something like that. They'd be the best team in the country. They'd win a top five at least if you're including Waiters and Sutherland in that. Absolutely, Waiters is ridiculous. How is he coming off the bench? He's the best player in the country. How is that even possible? Boeheim trying to keep him from growing pro, because let me tell you, if he got 35 minutes a game, he'd at least score 20 a game. He'd be ridiculous. He'd be widely regarded as the best player in the country instead of regarded by some as the most underrated player in the country. Man, he's ridiculous. D. Wade, he's going to be the next Dwayne Wade. And number three, just like Wade, plays just like him when Wade was at Marquette, except Waiters can shoot better. He's a great passer, very underrated. And man, he's got such good instincts. He just steals and steals. He's gonna be top 10 in the NBA in steals. Like if Waiters goes pro at the end of this year, and any team that needs a shooting guard passes on him, they will regret it forever. I mean, Waiters will be a perennial NBA All Star. Like 20 points a game, easy, easy, every season minimum. I mean, he could even be closer to he could be an NBA scoring champ. He's going to be insane. Insane. I mean, D Wade in a house. Going to have a big game today against Providence. Got faith. Melo's looking amazing too. Looking like a real deal NBA center. He could be a lottery pick. If you told me that Melo was even going to play pro ball last year, I'd have laughed at you and said, yeah, well, I mean, Greg Ostertag played in the pros. Being 7 foot gets you, an opportunity to play pro ball. But man, he's got the instincts down. I think he could score more points if he got more shots. He doesn't really get to shoot a lot with all the guys who shoot. I mean, everybody can score. He could really probably score 15 a game in the NBA if you got him 10, 12 shots a game, which, your starting center, you may as well get him. He's got post moves now. I mean, if he continues to improve, like if he improves half as much between this season and next year is like he did between freshman and sophomore year, it's going to be incredible. I mean, the guy's just learning basketball. He hasn't been playing that long. It's amazing. Man, Cuse, the mighty Cuse. Woo! Sutherland too, man. I don't know how he doesn't get minutes. He'd be a starter averaging 20 points a game if he was, got the minutes, got the shots kind of thing. Incredible. Fair too. Fair's been great. Whole team. Love it. Yes, Q's. Awesomeness. Love to see it. Anyway, moving on from the mighty undefeated Syracuse, let's talk a little NFL. Got some big matchups this weekend. See if we can see another Tebow miracle, which I don't even know if it's even miraculous anymore. It's just I love it. The people on ESPN still. He only completes not even 50% of his passes. It's ridiculous. It's funny. It's funny. Completion percentage is a hollow statistic as it relates to properly gauging the accuracy of an NFL quarterback, especially in Tim Tebow's circumstance. There's a few variables that are being overlooked. First of all, wide receiver drops. It's not his fault if his receivers drop the ball. They dropped 5 last week. That would, make his completion percentage well above 50. So, it's not to mention you got the fact that Thomas and Royal were hurt a lot of the season, plus Tebow at fourth string. These guys didn't get an awful lot of reps together, so as a result of being unpolished, having a feel for the way each other play kind of thing, you get some miscommunications now. Some of them are, the quarterback's fault, but some of them are the receiver's fault, and that happens. Then you get the situations where he deliberately throws it out of bounds. And that happens because Fox doesn't, don't turn it over, don't turn it over, don't turn it over. He's not going to want him to jam it in tight places, and he's not really overwhelmingly, pinpoint accurate all the time. So, it's better to miss safe. But what people should be looking at is how often is Tebow throwing a ball, trying to hit his receiver, and missing. That's how accurate he really is, not 10 for 21. I mean, he's really not as bad accuracy-wise as everybody makes him out to be. And that being the case, and accuracy is one thing. Every quarterback, like their completion percentage, accuracy, it improves as they go along. That's something the NFL quarterbacks can get better at. It's like an NBA player who gets better at shooting, like a from farther away. It's something that you can get better at. What he does well, the things that Tebow is already great at, are things that you can't get better at, that you can't learn, which is why you just gotta live with a few incomplete passes here and there. I mean, sometimes they look ugly, like that one he threw on third down. That was horrible. But I watched I watched Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb and a bunch of other guys who could run and make extra plays like that. Miss ugly. It happens. It happens. You miss ugly sometimes, but can they defeat Tom Football Brady this weekend? Well, tonight. That depends. Are they going to play not to lose? Which, as a Bills fan, I am an expert in people playing to lose. I've seen it. I've seen it. I see it all the time. So, if they do that, if they play not to lose, they will absolutely lose. If they run the ball up the freaking middle with 8 people in the box, like they did on first down almost the entire game against Pittsburgh, they will lose. You have to operate under the assumption that Football Brady is going to score just about every time. Not 3, 7. Brady's going to throw for 350 and 4 touches in this game. I mean, unless his receivers drop balls and like against the Bills, where a few of them bounce off his receivers' hands into the well-placed arms of the guy standing right there who gets to, run him back in the field goal range at least or something like that. Maybe even return one to the house. But if they, do some play action on first down, don't run the ball in the middle of predictable situations when they stack 8 in the box, throw the ball. Come on, man. Anyone who's good at Madden knows that shit. Stupid freaking offensive coordinator. I mean, seriously, you're lucky you got by broken plays and shit. Come on. Come on. Just try to win the Super Bowl. It can only be, the craziest shit to ever happen, ever, pretty much. I mean, especially if Baltimore wins like they probably will, which I'll get to in a minute. And they go, we're going to beat Green Bay in Super Bowl. Pittsburgh, New England, Baltimore, Green Bay. The guy was 4th string at the beginning of the season because he shit the bed in practice. Oh, man, but he wasn't really 4th string. They just wanted to keep him off of Orton's heels. It was just some shit they say. You don't actually put a 4th stringer and relieve your 1st stringer. It's just crazy things Denver, executives say. But, I think they're changing their minds now. They got to be if he finds a way to beat Brady, which I'm actually predicting that Denver will do 34-31. I think Brady throws for, like I said, 350 and 4. But I think Tebow's going to have about 80 yards rushing, probably throw for about 250, 260. So 350 all-purpose, probably throws 3 touchdowns, run ones in, maybe 2 and 2. Never know. It depends on, if his receivers get the ball around the end zone and he has to run it in from the 1 more than once. But that'll probably happen that way. I'd love to see Denver win. Shit, New England sucks. Bums. What have they won since they can't tape the other team's practice anymore? They ain't won shit. Ain't won shit. And I hope that to continue. So, hope you can pull it out, Broncos. You crazy bastards. Anyway, the San Francisco Saints game, I think that's going to be 23-20 Saints. I think that, always when in doubt, you got to go with the guy who's way better of a quarterback. I say that after, just picking the Broncos, but, Tebow's a lot better than people think, and they're not exactly sure how to prepare for him. New England's defense is so bad, but I don't think San Francisco can outscore the Saints, so I'm going to. I think the Saints going to hang tough. I think Baltimore is going to probably 2017 over Houston. A little too much Ray Rice. A little, TJ Yates. He's not getting past Baltimore, I don't think. I think it'll be close. I don't think he'll play terrible, but Baltimore just a little too much experience in where they need to be. I mean, if Houston had Mario Williams or Schaub or something like that, I would be picking Houston. So, I can't with just the situations that are unfolding around the game. So, and last but not least, we have the New York Football Giants of New Jersey against the Green Bay Cheese of the Packers. So, this one's going to be interesting. G-Men played them tight last time, and they're playing amazingly well right now. I think the Giants have the strengths in the place they need them to, being the defensive line, being able to get in Rodgers' face, and being able to keep Rodgers on the sidelines with a running game with Bradshaw looking great right now. Not to mention Charles Woodson can't cover everybody. He's got to either cover Steamy Nicks or Victor Cruz. So he'll probably cover Steamy because he's bigger, or, whoever. Either way, Eli's going to have options. Manningham's a baller, too. I mean, Green Bay can't cover them all. I think that the G-Men can score with them. I think the defense will get a couple sacks, maybe force a fumble or something like that. Will force a couple turnovers and get, the three or four stops during the game, that they need to keep Green Bay from hanging 40 on them. I think it's going to be 37-34. Giants pull it off. The very end, like Eli's gonna march them home. It's gonna find one of the wide receivers there, either Victor or Nicks, probably whoever Woodson isn't on that play. Throw at him, you're crazy. But I think the Giants got what it takes. I like the Packers all right too, but they won the Super Bowl last year, so let's get the team that says they're from New York but they play in New Jersey, a chance. Gotta love Eli's game face, the Rambo part too. You're so clever, New York Times. Not really though. Kind of mean. Anyway, gotta stretch it sometimes. Last thing. Big move for the New York Yankees. Michael Pineda. Sad to see Jesus go. Love Jesus, but ultimately that costs us a bat, which we can get him back if he really turns into it. He'll be sick of playing in Seattle by then, so we could always get him back at the end. But Michael Pineda, man, he could be one of the best pitchers in the league for the next 10, 15 years. He's huge. He's like CC size. He throws hard. He's got accuracy. He's a strikeout pitcher already. 23 years old. He can be a number 2. He could be a number 1 starter. It's a huge pickup. I mean, had to give up no AC too. The price is steep. I don't understand why Caruto though. Now we got 7 pitchers. Bye Burnett. Please, bye Burnett. I mean, with 7 starters, you gotta pitch Caruto. He had an earned run average of 3 last year, and you just gave him $10 million. So now you got Garcia back there too. I mean, you got 7 pitchers. I don't know, but I think it's got to be Pineda, Nova, Husey, and you got to work from there. So that's pretty much the way it's got to go down, in my opinion. Huge move, Yankees getting Pineda. Love it. I love it. Sad to see Jesus go, but we can fill a bat easier than we can fill a top of that rotation guy. So anyway, that's all I got for this week, or till next time I feel like it. Go Cuse! See you in the Dome in a few hours. Yeah, boy!